Welcome to the visitors this evening. Thank you for coming. Any visitors that would like to make some comments at this time? Mr. Morelli,
Yes,
good evening.
good evening. I'm here to request that the Board of Selectmen reestablish the Police Command Staff Committee, which was established in 2014 by former First Selectman Fritz. This is based on a request submitted by the Chief to the Board of Police Commissioners meeting on 1/9/17, which I had attended. Just want to put a little notation in here. I requested the copy of the Chief's request that he gave to the Board of Aldermen. To the Police Commissioners.
This isn't right here.
And his reply was that you people have yet to see it, which is understandable. So I said, okay. So I am going strictly on what I heard at that meeting. And the way I understood the request, the chief wants to add 3 officers to his command staff, supervisors ranked. John and I and whoever else, we battled that same thing with the prior chief. In doing that, he wants to take 2 from the Detective Bureau to put on that staff, and the 3rd one, I don't know where he wants to get. Then he wants to go into the Patrol Division and take a patrolman and make him a corporal. Keep in mind, once a corporal is made, you cannot get rid of him until he retires. And then, most of all, he wants to hire 1 new officer to replace former DC Carbone. The Board of Police Commissioners approved that 3-1, with 1 person being absent. Now for a sidebar, I think that approval was made in like 30 seconds, and just so go. It's my opinion that the chief's request falls under the former guidelines in which we had at the Police Command Staff Committee. The reason why I'm saying this, it's a change in the staffing of the command section in which our committee was looking at. So they're changing the staff section there. 2, he submitted a budget, but with this thing, it's going to be an increase in salary. And we're here to cut money. I believe, based on my experience and knowledge, we have at present a 26-person police department. He wants to make all the, from what I'm getting, though I could be wrong because I wasn't privy to the paperwork that he gave the police commissioners. It involves a change in the staff and a change in the budget. I feel that as the Board of Selectmen should look at this when it comes to you and then decide. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else like to make comments at this time? Mr. Carr.
I just want to comment. I was at the Police Commission meeting as well this last week, and there was some discussion that Carol Walter participated in, which was videoed. I have to say one thing that she did that I particularly liked was she defended the charter of the town of Clinton. I passed around, the charter, pieces of the charter, and the charter was went into effect in December of 2012, so it's been 4 years. And one part of the charter that changed when it was updated was Section 9 regarding a merit system, 9-3, and it changed the word from may to shall. It's the Board of Selectmen shall, by ordinance, establish a merit system. For 2 years, the Fritz administration sort of ignored that. Now the Farmer administration has had it for a year, and I think the time has come to either ask the Charter Revision Commission to take that out, or for you to act on it. The other thing that was talked about was the hiring of the current chief, and I've also passed out for you section 7-274, 75, and 76, and highlighted a portion of it that deals with the powers of the commission to hire and promote officers and members of the department. I hope that's constructive. Thank you very much.
Just to answer you on the merit system, section 9.3, the Charter Commission has in fact been discussing that item, as they have many others as well. Because I also discussed this with them. Okay, does anybody else want to speak at this time? I guess everybody else will wait their turn as we go through the various commissions' budgets. Selectmen's reports. Mr. Fritz.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Mr. Morelli, I appreciate your comments. I think if that's going to go forward with the police commission and with the department, maybe that's something we consider, is reestablishing the committee. I did ask that they request to come in and sit with us in exec session to discuss the staff and the personnel. Apparently they haven't decided to do that. They're just going to come in with the budget and talk to us about it. And that's not a good way to do business. Regarding the hiring of the chief, I get a kick out of that. That's funny. You can pick anybody you want. Doesn't mean, and the Board of Selectmen, when that happened, did not argue with the decision of who the chief was going to be. It was regarding the contract and the finances involved. And that's within our purview. And we have no desire to get involved with the selection of the individual. That was up to the commission and the consultant that they hired. But we do have the authority over the contract and the finances and the benefits. And that's what we exercise within that, regardless of what some people on the police commission may think, or some people who have vague interpretations of the town charter may think. So I think we did our due diligence with the hiring of the police chief. That's it.
Carol.
Well, yes, the police commission meeting was super interesting on Monday. And I won't go into details because it's all out there if anybody's interested, courtesy of Mr. Carr on YouTube. But the chief's report stated that, well anyway, the items that were of particular interest that the police commission approved on Monday were that the police commission approved the restructuring plan that the chief has requested. They approved the plan for leasing vehicles in the future. They approved, well, no, I don't think there was a motion, but the chief touched on the recommitment to the K-9 program and how that will proceed. And I thought those were all pretty interesting items.
Okay, what about the cost factor relative to the administrative changes
Well,
and the
listen to him, he seems,
chief's
what he said on Monday was not what I had heard at the previous meeting. Monday, what I heard was that they would be having a total, I believe, I have my mind on other things, but I'm fairly certain the chief said that it would wind up with 26 officers in the department, not the 29 that we saw last month, not 27. I'm fairly certain he said that it would wind up at 26. So it sounded to me as though he had covered the monetary perspective of the plan that he's going to bring in. So that's something to keep in mind.
But there are additional factors with
Yes.
our benefits. When you
He's
increase administrative,
He's definitely
yeah,
increasing.
they come out of the union,
administrative.
there's no contribution from the employee to the pension, it's 100% in the town. The vesting, the annual percentage vesting goes from 3% a year to 2% a year to 3% a year when you're administrative. there's a lot of other factors involved.
4-2 schedule.
Their retirement package changed because there's a fuel allowance within their pension plan, there's all those things that are,
They are
that they get paid out
very
for, so.
And the salary,
aggressively
and the salary
looking at
increases on it too. That's-
Sure.
There's a lot of,
How many months do we?
Education, allowances, and,
and I thought it was interesting that they have reinstituted the DARE program. They have brought DARE back into the classrooms, which was, I thought was interesting.
I hope so. They combined with the Education Foundation for the golf tournament for the last couple of years.
They just got a donation, just so you know, for $1,000.
Yeah, I mean,
For
For
DARE,
dinner.
and the Lions Club was a big sponsor of
And,
theirs.
yeah, all they're doing, I mean, this is all through donations, and
Yeah.
they're doing the DARE program, this is minimal.
well,
Well,
it's donations to support the program, but we're still
We're-
funding.
We're paying for the officers.
Exactly, we're paying for the
Because they can't, they
officers.
don't do anything as a volunteer
Yes,
because of
correct.
the union,
They
so we're
can't.
paying for the
Yes,
officers.
we're paying for the time of the officer.
Stay around the
Yeah.
block.
But
We're
I
not
think he
donating
said he's
anything.
gonna be using basically the school resource officer to do it,
Correct, one, there will be 2 officers, and one will be a
who's already at the school now.
Right.
so.
You just touched on something that was part of what they were talking about,
I touch a lot of things.
Okay,
which is why we got you your computer.
is that it?
Yes, if I can think of what that was.
And I have nothing more.
Okay.
Okay, now we want to go into executive session.